are going to start second chapter. Actually we have done, but your exam is going to be held in this month. So I want to make you revise all the chapters so that you will be able to give your answer on your answer sheet. So please try to understand and write down in your copy. So second chapter is that element, compound and mixture. So first I want to make you understand what is the element. Matter, any substances which have mass and occupy space is matter. We know that. And matter is further classified in two parts: pure substance and impure substance. Pure matter and impure matter. And impure matter is called mixture. Impure, it doesn't mean that it is a harmful. You are having your vegetable and rice mixed with each other, that is also mixture. So mixture is also useful. And pure substance. And pure substance is further classified in two parts: elements and compounds. Elements and compounds are the purest form. And elements further classified into three parts: metals, non-metals and metalloids. So we have to talk about only elements in this chapter. In this chapter we will talk about elements. And here impure substance is mixture. It is classified in two parts: homogeneous and heterogeneous. Also we have done these things. So what is the homogeneous, what is the heterogeneous? But in the second chapter only we will talk about elements. What is the element? So I am going to rub this part, and also I will make you understand what is the element. So element, like our body is made up of lots of cells, a cell combined to form tissue. So all elements, suppose I am writing H. H stands for hydrogen element. H stands for hydrogen element. You know that element is made up of lots of atoms. And atom is the smallest parts of element. And lots of atom. How much atom? 6.022 into 10 ka power 23 atoms. That much atom are there in one element. And suppose a hydrogen is one element, it has small h, small h. How much atoms are there? This much. 6.022 into 2 into 10 power 23. 6.022 into 10 power 23 atoms are there in one element. So we'll talk about this number in next classes, that is known as Avogadro's number. We'll talk about. But one thing you have to keep in your mind, the elements are made up of lots of atoms. So what is element? You understood? Now, nowadays, present setup, there is a periodic table out there. And almost 118 elements have been discovered. 118 elements. Few of them natural and few of them man-made. Both elements are there, man-made and natural. So let it be. We will discuss about which one is a natural, which one is a synthetic and man-made. We'll talk about later. Now here, elements. So first it was a very difficult situation in that time to how to represent the element. Because in the earlier time there were only 9-10 elements are there, and further it was being discovered, and then 16, 17, 18 numbers were increasing. So it was very difficult to understand, to represent the formula, to represent their symbols. The first scientist was there. The name was Dalton. Dalton he attempted the first time and he gave the symbols of element. But it was very difficult to learn. It is a very easy to learn. Suppose when 4 and 6 and 10 elements are there. But when you have 180 elements, so it is very difficult to learn all the images of elements. So Dalton, what he has done what? He was given the symbols of element is like that. Here, what he did, Dalton said, suppose he wants to represent hydrogen. What he has done, a circular image are there and only put one dot that represent the hydrogen. Complete circle, oval with blank space, it represent oxygen. Oval image and shaded region inside it, that is represent the carbon. Cross inside the oval represent the sulfur. Like that, suppose I want to represent iron, what he has done, what he did, draw a picture and just write the I, that represent the iron. Suppose I want to represent sulfur, circle and write the S, that represent the sulfur. So it was a very difficult to revise, and it was very difficult to remember all these images of the elements. So second scientist was Berzelius, and he gave a very good principle and very good thought how to represent the element. What he said element will be represented by their name. Suppose the hydrogen is starting from H, so first letter will be written in capital letter and that will represent the hydrogen. Suppose here we have written hydrogen oval and then dot is there, that is the hydrogen by Dalton, by the rule of George Dalton. But by the Berzelius, what he did, now if you want to represent hydrogen, just write, you have to H, and H stands for hydrogen. Suppose you want to represent carbon, just write C, but it must be in capital letter. And this is the way to represent the element in modern era. In a modern era, we are following Berzelius rule, Berzelius symbols. Again, suppose also he said, if two elements start with the same alphabet, then what we will do? That time we will add second letter, but that second letter will be in small letter. That second letter will be written in small letter. Suppose I am going to give example. Hydrogen and helium, both elements, they are starting with the same alphabet. So first letter I have given H and H for both, but what he did, hydrogen represents H, but helium, second letter must be added, but it must be in small letter. You will write small e, and that represents the helium. And in this way, we can represent element. Again, I am going to give some examples. Carbon, chlorine, chromium. Carbon, chlorine and chromium. These elements are starting with the same alphabet, right? C. C stands for carbon, okay. But another elements, H and H, they have same alphabet. Then which one will decide? Third letter L or R. Cl represent chlorine, and whenever you will add the other letter, it must be in a small letter, small form. So Cl chlorine and Cr stand for chromium. So in this way, we can represent the element in this. It is the very easiest form to learn and to write the symbol of all elements. And few elements like iron, we are writing Fe. Then one question is there in your mind, sir, iron is starting from I, but we have written Fe. Actually no, many names they are originated from Latin word. The Latin word name is that ferrum. The Latin name of iron is a ferrum, and from that letter he has taken the name Fe. That's why ferrum is Fe. Fluorine. Fluorine represent the Fe. Sorry. Fluorine, Fe. So there is no need to know that halogen family. Only just know hydrogen, helium, carbon, chlorine, chromium, iron. Again, one more thing we will discuss. Let's see. Iron is again gold. In the case of gold, Gold, gold. But we are writing the name is, symbol is the Au. Again, question, it is in your mind, sir, gold is starting from G, you have written Au. Actually, its name is Orium. And from that name, symbol is taken Au. So please write down in your copy. And now, next topic will start soon. Some examples of the name of elements and their symbols. And many examples are given in your books. So please try to learn all these symbols of element. Suppose I'll ask, what is the symbol of sodium? Simply we will write Na. It is a very easiest form. So now here, hydrogen stand H, helium He, lithium Li, boron B, silver Ag, fluorine F, neon Ne, neon Ne, sodium Na, magnesium Mg, aluminum Al, silicon Si, phosphorus P, calcium Ca, and potassium K. Actually, it is taken from the Latin name Caldium. That's why it is written by K. And then argon. So these are the symbols of elements, and there are many examples are also given in your books. So please try to learn. Now, next topic is that molecules. What is molecules? Next topic is that molecules. My dear students, it is a very important topic. What is molecules? When two and more elements may be same, may be different, combined chemically. When two and more elements may be same and different, combined chemically, molecules are formed. Suppose I am going to make some molecules. Examples. First example is that formation of oxygen molecule. Formation of oxygen molecules. Suppose I will write O. It is not the oxygen molecule, that is oxygen element. One element and plus one element, one oxygen, both combined form O2. That is a molecule, not the element. Then one question is, I think, going on in your mind. Sir, you can write like that 2O, not 20. It is not 20. Is it 2O? No, my dear student. It represents two elements. Means both are different. Both are staying alone. They are not combined. But here I have written 2 here, means two elements combined to form molecules. That is the molecular form. And here is only one molecule. And in that one molecule, 2 atoms are there. Again, F, 1 fluorine plus 1 fluorine. That is the element. 1 fluorine, 1 fluorine will combine. Suppose I am going one image I want to make you understand with the help of one image. One atom combine molecules like that. That is a molecule. One atom combined chemically. What is formed? Molecule. This is the atom. This is the molecules. This is a molecules. Like that, one atom of oxygen and one atom of oxygen and 2 atoms combine chemically form one molecule of oxygen. Same. One atom of nitrogen plus one atom of nitrogen combine. What is formed? N2. N2 gas. And you know all gases except noble gases. Noble gases means inert gas, which are generally passive. They do not react with other elements very easily. They are called inert gases. And after except inert gases and remaining gases like oxygen, hydrogen, nitrogen, these are the molecules. These are found in molecular form. But active, passive gases like krypton, argon, neon, they are known as inert gas, and they are always found in element form. Means they are not found. Suppose I am writing argon. They are not found in the form of molecule. They are always found in the form of atom. Ar means they are alone. Why it is happening? We will talk about that in higher classes, because their octets are complete. So here, what happened? One atom plus one atom combined form molecules. Like that, nitrogen and nitrogen combine to form nitrogen molecules. It is very clear what is a molecules? When 2 and more element and atom combine to form molecules. It may be same, it may be different. So here the example of the same atom of nitrogen, same atom of oxygen. Suppose I am going to give example of calcium and not the calcium. I am going to example one more. Carbon and limited amount of oxygen. Limited amount. Half O2 means very less amount of oxygen are there. What is formed? CO, carbon monoxide. The formula is a carbon monoxide, and here C plus O2, not half, excess amount. What is formed? Carbon dioxide. So this is a molecule. One is molecule and one is the element, atom. So when 2 and more atoms chemically combine, molecule form. The molecule, there are 2 kinds of molecule, homoatomic and heteroatomic. First, keep in your mind, first man, homoatomic. And second one is that heteroatomic. Homo means the molecule which have same atom. Same atom is there, the homoatomic. And where atoms are different, they are known as a heteroatomic, like in the case of carbon monoxide. carbon is a different atom and oxygen is a different atom. Both combine to form carbon monoxide. They are known as a heteroatomic molecules. Clear? The homoatomic molecules and heteroatomic molecules. So it is a very clear. So next topic we will discuss in next lecture. Thank you.